Hello everyone, welcome to this lesson. Today's lesson is about solving simultaneous equations. We are going to solve this equation using elimination. So what is elimination? From the word elimination itself, it suggests that with our two variables, x and y, we aim at eliminating one of the variable first. We can either choose to eliminate y or we can choose to eliminate x first. But before we choose what to eliminate, what do we look for if you're going to eliminate? The things we look for here, we look at the coefficients of these variables. So for example, the coefficients of y in the first equation is 2, and also the second equation is 2. And the coefficient of x in the first equation is 3, and for the second equation is 1. So, the second equation, they are the same. So, if they are the same, we shall take advantage of that. And what you're going to do, we are going to subtract the two equations. Why? Because the coefficients are the same and they are all have the same sign. They are all positive. So we should subtract the two equations. So when you subtract the x, you have 3x minus x. The answer is 2x. And then we have 2y minus 2y. The answer is 0. And then we have the 7 minus 5. The answer. Here you can see that the y has been eliminated. So we only have an equation in x. So here you can get our x by dividing 2 on both sides. So you can set x equals to 1. After getting the value of x equals to 1, we shall get our x and substitute in any of these equations. Anyone you choose to use. So I'll use equation 2. Equation 2 says that x plus 2y equals to 5. By this time around, our x is 1, so x plus 2y equals to 5. You can see here that when you make y the subject, so you're going to have your 2y. So when you make y the subject here, you see that 2y equals to 5 minus 1, which is equal to 4. Dividing 2 on both sides, you can see that y dividing 2 on both sides, you can see that y is equal to 2. In this case, we have now solved our simultaneous equation. Now our simultaneous equation is solved. So the solution is x is 1 and y is 2. Okay, let's look at another example. As we said, we look at the coefficients first. So I'll start by looking at the coefficient of x. For the first equation is 4. For the second equation is also 4. This is the first equation here, and this is the second equation here. And also for the coefficient of y, for the first equation is 3, and for the second equation is 1, as you can see here. So you can see that the coefficients of x for the first equation, second equation, they are equal and they are all positive. So if they are all positive, they all have the same sign. So now what we are going to do, we are going to subtract. Why are we subtracting? Because it will help us eliminate this x here. Then we shall stay with only one variable, and it will be very easy for us to find the value of y. So let us subtract the two equations. So when you subtract the two equations, you can see that if I have 4x minus 4x, the answer is 0. Then 3y minus the y, the answer is 2y equals to 27 minus 17, the answer is 10. Dividing by 2 on both sides, you see that your y equals to 5. That's the first answer. So if you have y, now you are aiming at getting the value of x, whereby you just take your y and substitute in any of these equations, either the first equation or the second equation. I'll choose the first equation. 4x plus 3y equals to 27. I substitute the value of y, so 4x plus, this is 3 times 5 equals to 27. So you have your 4x plus 15 equals 27. Taking the 15 on the other side, you can see that 27 minus 15 equals to 12. So x equals to 12 divided by 4, and the answer is 3. So our solution is x equals 3 and y equals 2 to 5. That's the solution for this system of equations. That's how easy the elimination look like. Let us look at another example. As we said, we always start by looking at the coefficients. So the coefficient of x in the first equation is 4, and the coefficient of x in the second equation is 3. When I look at the coefficient of y in the first equation is positive 2, and the second equation is negative 2. We can see that the coefficient of the y, one is positive 2, the other one is negative 2. And we want to eliminate the y. So we are going to add, when we add this positive 2 and negative 2, we are going to end up with a 0. So let us see what we have here. So in this case, we have 4x plus 3y. The answer is 7x. And when I have a positive 2y plus a negative 2y, the answer is 0. And then I have a 6 plus 8, the answer is 14. So that means when you have 7 divided on both sides, when you divide 7 on both sides, then you have your x as equal to 2. Okay. So now, since x is equal to 2, we can now substitute 2 in any of these equations we have and get the value of y. I can choose the first equation where 4x plus 2y is equal to 6. When I substitute x here, I have 4 times 2 plus 2y equals to 6. So here you have 8 plus 2y equals to 6. So you can see that your 2y equals to minus 2. 6 minus 8, then you divide by 2, y equals to negative 1. So your solution is x equals to 2 and y equals to negative 1. Let us continue and look at our last example here. This is example 4, and this was example 3. So in example 4, we are using the same technique that we are always looking at the coefficients. If we find the coefficients which are similar, we go with those coefficients. And here, now you can see that the coefficients which are similar, they are the coefficients of x. And the only thing which is different here is that this one is 2 and this one is negative 2. And you said if they are the same but have a different sign, then what you're going to do, we are going to add. So that means we are going to add. When we add, we shall be able to get one of the variables eliminated. So when you add this equation here, when we add the two equations, you see that I have 2x plus a minus 2x, which is equal to 0, and minus 3 plus 6, which is equal to 3y, and then 3 plus a minus 5, which is equal to minus 2. You can see that when you divide by 3 on both sides, you end up with 2 over what? 2 over 3. You can leave it in fraction. No one penalizes you because it is in fraction, so you can leave it in fraction. Then here we can choose to put this y in any of the equations. I'll choose equation 1. So from equation 1, 2x minus 3y equals to 3. We are looking for x, so 2x minus 3. 3y times negative 2 over 3 equals to 3. So your 2x plus your 2x, when you multiply the 3 times 3 over 2, you can see that your answer is going to be plus 2 equals 3. So 2x equals to 1. Then we have our conclusion here that x equals to 2.5 when you divide it on both sides. Then you can see that your answer here, the x is negative 0.5 and y is negative 2 over 3. Thank you for watching. Please check out the video where I'm covering equation when the coefficients are not the same. And don't forget to share, comment, like, and subscribe. And let me know what you want to learn in the next video.